Hello everybody and welcome back. In the last few lessons, we focused on Django's models, migrations, URLs, and views. Now we are entering into a very important part of web development, that is forms. Every time you fill out a contact form, type a message, sign up, or submit a feedback, you are interacting with forms. And Django gives us an extremely powerful and structured way to create them. So in this lesson, we are going to learn how to create standard forms in Django. Forms that we define manually using Django's form class. And to make everything clear, we'll also build a simple worked out example called a community suggestion box, where we will create the form, display it on a web page, and set up the URLs. Now this is just a foundation, because in the next lessons, we will add actual form fields, validations, and capture user submitted data. Alright, so let's jump in and understand what standard forms are and how they work.
So let us try to understand what standard forms are in Django, how to define them in a forms.py file, how to use them inside views, and how to render them inside templates. Now forms are everywhere: contact forms, login screens, search boxes, and more. Anytime your web page needs user input, a form is involved. Now Django makes this process extremely structured and safe by giving us its own form system. This lets us avoid writing the raw HTML form fields manually. Now in Django, a standard form is simply a Python class that inherits from forms.form. Inside this class, we will list all the form fields like character field, email field, text area, and more. The class acts as a clean blueprint of what we want our forms to contain and how it should behave. The first step is to create a new file called forms.py inside your app directory. This is similar to the models.py or views.py, but here we define all our forms. We import Django's forms module and create a class that inherits from forms.form. Here we are not defining any field yet. That is coming in the next lesson. Now in the next step, we need to use our form in a view. We import the form class, create an instance inside the view function, and pass it to the template. Nothing complicated. It's just like using models or any other class. Now in the third step, to display the form on a web page, we use Django's template system. Now inside the form tag, we always use a CSRF token. Then we render the form using form.as_p, which automatically creates the form fields as HTML elements. And finally, we add a submit button. Now the final step is mapping a URL to our view. Once we add this path, users can access our form by visiting contact, like as given in this example. Alright, now let's head over to the CodeChef platform and take a worked out example and understand how standard forms are actually created and see them in action. So here I am on the CodeChef platform, and as you can see, we have a worked out example here. The name of the project is my project, and the name of the app is feedback app. And as you can see here, inside this feedback app, we have created a file called forms.py, and that is a file which is open over here. So let's take a closer look at this forms.py file. Here we define the suggestion form class, which inherits from forms.form. We are not adding any fields here yet, just creating the form structure. We'll deal with adding form fields in the next lesson. Now the next step is creating the view. Now if you look at this views.py file, we can see that we import our suggestion form here. So here you can see from .forms import suggestion form. This is where we import the suggestion form class or the form that we have created in the forms.py file. Now in the suggestion box view, which is this, we create an instance of the form and we send it to the template through the context dictionary. So you can see that we are creating an instance of the form here. We say form equal to suggestion form, and then we have a context dictionary here called form title, whose value is community suggestion box, and form, which says form. And then we are sending it to the template through the context dictionary here, and the template is suggestion page.html. Now you can also see here I have used something called @CSRF exempt. Now this is used because I want to bypass the CSRF checks because we are running this on a integrated browser in the CodeChef environment. So remember that this is only for learning purposes here inside CodeChef labs. Please never do this in real production apps. And we can also see that there is a view for the home page as well. And we can see that we have created two templates here. One is a base template, and then we have the suggestion page.html template, which is the actual template that we are using, where we pass the form from the view. So here you can see that we are using this form.as_p. Now this will display the form fields wrapped in paragraph tags. So you don't have to write the raw HTML for that. Now the next step is configuring the urls.py file. We see that we have urls.py file for both the feedback app and also for the main project. So you can see that in the main project we are including the feedback apps URLs, and in the feedback apps urls.py file we actually have all the parts defined for our home page and also for the suggestion box view. Alright, so let me run this and let me show you how it works. So when I click on the run button, we can see that the server is starting, and then all the migrations are made, and then this loads our home page, which says welcome to the community portal, and it says go to suggestion box. We have a link here. So if I click on this go to suggestion box, this is actually the form that was created. So community suggestion box, and we love to hear your suggestions, and then we just have a submit button here. We did not include any of the form fields here where the user can actually submit any data, but remember that this is a form and it is just a basic form without any form fields. Now if you click on this submit suggestion also, it is not going to do anything as of now because we did not define what that submit suggestion button is supposed to do. But this is how you actually create forms in Django, and how you configure it in your views, and also how you pass it to the templates, and how you can display it here on the web page like this. Now in the next lesson, we will actually understand how to create form fields where users can actually enter some data and can submit or send that data.
And that wraps up our lesson on creating standard forms in Django. You now understand the complete flow, from defining a form class to rendering it inside a template. Now don't forget to head over to the CodeChef platform and try out the practice problem that is available for this lesson. It will help you solidify everything you learned in this lesson. Now in the next lesson, we will explore different form fields and build even more interactive forms. I will see you in the next one.